Hello everyone. In this video I'm gonna try to perform a migration from OpenMediaVault that I have running on my NAS. It is not only NAS, it's basically a home lab that is running Proxmox and among other VMs there is OpenMediaVault VM running there. I want to migrate it to TrueNAS because I would have started with TrueNAS when I got my home lab first, but back then I only had USB enclosure for HDDs, and only Proxmox would allow me to combine them in RAID, basically in a mirror, and TrueNAS would require hard drives be installed using SATA ports, so it can read the serial numbers of the hard drives. And so I'm stuck with OpenMediaVault for quite a while, and I've been wanting to migrate to ZFS for a while. And it turns out there's no straightforward or easy way to do that, because the thing is that TrueNAS operating system does not support mounting drives that are formatted with BTRFS and on top of it LUKS encryption. So basically my plan is to first I need to mention that you can just do it without any backup drives or second machine that you can use to transfer files. And I definitely didn't want to use the second machine because I would prefer to transfer files directly over SATA instead of gigabit network that I have. Because I don't have a second machine that can hold to 2.5 gigabit that this motherboard supports. So that's why my plan is to install those freshly bought 2 8 terabytes Seagate Iron Wolf, and the NAS already has 2 4 terabytes Iron Wolves, so I will install those 2, so it will make 4 of the drives installed. And also they are running on the separate HBA PCI card for running SATA drives, so I can pass through this HBA board to TrueNAS instance. I will initialize these 2 drives, then I will create data sets, the pool and so on. Then I'll switch to OpenMediaVault VM, and there I will mount those ZFS data sets and basically try to transfer all the data using rsync. Why am I not doing it directly on OpenMediaVault that supports ZFS via plugin? Is because that plugin does not support encryption, so I will just have to do everything through the command line, and I would rather prefer to set those drives up in the TrueNAS so that it already follows the TrueNAS UI and the way TrueNAS does things. So after that I will take this motherboard out. I will put another server grade motherboard that I got and make it run just TrueNAS without any Proxmox, and I will use TrueNAS as my base system for some Docker apps like Image or Jellyfin and so on, Gitea, and this motherboard will go for my local LLM rig. Eight terabytes Iron Wolf. So now I need to make sure that all the cables from the PCI card are connected to the backplane of the NAS case. As you can see, they are all connected. I just couldn't see it through the fan, so I wanted to make sure, meaning that I can just proceed with installing the drives. Before the drives are installed, I need to attach to them those straps and the special sort of wheels, so to say, in order to put them into this case. Okay, we now have both of the hard drives ready to be installed. So this is how I remove the front panel. So these are two of my existing drives. So now I'm just supposed to slide those two in. Okay, yeah, I felt the click. Okay, they are installed. It's nice that I'm using the pretty powerful NUC 2 fan for those 4 drives. It really keeps them cool. So now let's boot it up and see if they are displayed in TrueNAS. Okay, so I managed to finally run the TrueNAS VM. For some reason, my VM with the version 25 wouldn't start, but the version 24 would start just fine. So I figured it's not a big deal to initialize those disks on the version 24. So yeah, as you can see, those 8 terabytes as well as my existing 4 terabytes drives, they are all visible. So I will just go ahead and proceed with pull creation, nothing fancy here, and then we will see if then I can mount them in another OpenMediaVault VM. And now I've loaded OpenMediaVault. I see those new disks. They have already a pool and data sets initialized, but yeah, they are not visible in ZFS plugin anywhere. Discover function also is not working, probably because they are encrypted. The file systems also is not possible to mount this way. The encryption tab only shows my existing 4 terabytes disks. So apparently I will have to go to the terminal and try to mount them manually through the command line. Turned out to be not possible due to the mismatch in OpenZFS versions. My OpenMediaVault apparently is running a lower version that doesn't have those feature flags added by TrueNAS, and honestly I'm not sure I want to mess with OpenMediaVault internals more than that. So the next attempt will be to create those ZFS pools and datasets through the CLI inside OpenMediaVault, and then try to import it inside TrueNAS. So after struggling with OpenMediaVault ZFS implementation for too long, I just realized that actually Proxmox host has it all basically. It has the latest DFS, it has support for BTRFS, basically as any, I guess, modern Debian distro, and I'm going to try to move the data here. Doing everything through the Proxmox host turned out to be much more easy and actually doable, because here I have two of my ZFS disks that I've created in the TrueNAS. The pools are already mounted, and then the other two old disks, BTRFS, already mounted as well. So I'm just gonna launch rsync for the folders, and then I will hope to set everything up in TrueNAS and be able to wipe those two old disks and attach them to the VDEV, making the capacity 12 terabytes effectively. So I've been running the rsync overnight. I've already backed up and transferred almost everything. I think it's the last folder to transfer. So far it's been doing pretty well. So in the next video I'm going to actually install my new motherboard to my NAS case, and I will set up TrueNAS there, because I don't want to set the shares currently and then reinitialize them again. So yeah, stay tuned.